The black woman entered the courthouse like any other morning. Officers Rick Donnelly and Brent Carnes thought they knew exactly what they saw. A lone figure to humiliate, another powerless body to control. With sneers and false authority, they dragged her into a back room, cuffed her and shaved her hair, laughing as clumps fell to the floor. To them it was routine, cruel but safe, because the system always shielded their misconduct. But arrogance is blinding. What they didn't know was that the woman they just brutalized was the presiding judge on their separate misconduct case. Their reckoning was inevitable. Before we go any further, comment where in the world you are watching from and make sure to subscribe, because tomorrow's story is one you don't want to miss. The morning sun cast long shadows across Judge Claudia Hayes' bedroom as she stood before her mirror, adjusting her silk blouse with practiced precision. Today wasn't just another day in court. It was the culmination of months of preparation for a critical police misconduct hearing. Her fingers traced the smooth fabric, each movement deliberate and measured. She chose a charcoal gray pantsuit that commanded respect without her judicial robe. The weight of responsibility settled on her shoulders as she gathered her briefcase, checking twice to ensure all essential documents were in place. Her badge, tucked securely in its leather case, represented not just authority, but a 2-decade journey through a system that hadn't always welcomed her presence. The crisp autumn air greeted her as she stepped onto the sidewalk. Claudia had always preferred walking to the courthouse, using the time to organize her thoughts. The street was quiet with only the occasional car passing by, and early morning joggers nodding and greeting. Her heels clicked against the concrete in a steady rhythm, matching the determined beating of her heart. As she approached the courthouse steps, the familiar limestone building loomed above her. Its classical columns reached toward the sky, a symbol of justice that sometimes felt more like an illusion than reality. Regular morning visitors, lawyers, clerks, and defendants formed their usual lines at the security checkpoint. Deputy Wallace stood at his post behind the metal detector, his face set in its habitual expression of disdain. His eyes narrowed as Claudia approached, and she could see his jaw tighten. She'd dealt with his subtle antagonism for years. The way he seemed to take particular pleasure in making certain people wait longer. Check more thoroughly. Submit to additional screening. Morning, Claudia said evenly, placing her briefcase on the conveyor belt. The metal detector beeped as she walked through. It always did, thanks to the underwire in her bra. Wallace's lips curled into a sneer. Going to need you to step aside for additional screening. His voice carried that familiar note of satisfaction.